Again, let's talk about the 5-win philosophy. I have this theory of the way to be successful in this business is called the 5-way win. 5-way win. I know win-win, but 5-way win. And so let's talk about that. The first win, change the caregiver's life. How do we do that?
I think first and foremost, it's not done. I think the hardest working person in a senior care community is the caregiver. And they get paid the least, honestly. What would we do different? If we could financially reward the caregiver, I think it would epically change everything we did. It's a combination of things. It's financial reward. It's having the right culture. It's having the right care for them and their families. I really feel like the better I care for the staff, the better they'll care for our residents, because I'm not the one physically caring for them.
No.
They are. So if I care for them deeply, won't they care for our residents more deeply?
Which is
right?
win number 2. How do we provide the best care that exists in senior care? What does the best care look like?
It really starts with the culture. How is a caregiver going to respond to mom or dad when they're being a real pain in the butt on a late Sunday night behind closed doors? Are they going to handle it with compassion and love or frustration? And that's hiring the right people, the right-hearted people with the right traits, and it's just kind of who they are, that they, no matter what Grandma said, you just can't get mad at her because it's who they are. And then you layer on top of that the latest in technology and research, nutrition and fitness to really enrich the lives of seniors. Push back on aging. It can actually touch your bottom line because residents tend to stay longer. Care has so many nuances to it, but it's really just trying to help residents find purpose in their daily living and then just loving on them and caring for them at the highest level.
And that goes right into what we call win number 3, which is how do we reduce the stress or increase the joy of taking mom and dad out of your house and putting them into a home, which can have a negative connotation.
Yeah. It's usually a guilt-driven decision, no matter how nice the place is. So you have to navigate that. I've watched families come in such a high level of stress, and months later, just a transformed person puts somebody under the care of a community like ours. And that allows them to get back to being who they were to that loved one versus a care. I think showing how much we care for them is really what the key is. And that will lower the stress level of family members and taking their fear and frustration and putting it at peace.
So win number 1, change the caregiver life. Win number 2, provide the best care possible. Win number 3, reduce guilt and give the family members the potential to have their life back. And then win number 4 is a big one. Make money.
Yeah.
You told me this once and it really resonated. You're like, nobody deserves to make money more than people inside this industry. People who are caring for dementia and senior care folks, they deserve the right. We're going to pull on every lever we can to figure out how we can make money because our objective is not to make the most money. And if people want to invest with us because they're like, hey, I'm here to maximize return, you're not the right person. But we are going to try to figure out how to make the most money.
No money, no mission. I preach constantly about stewardship of our residents' life savings. We speak to that with families, and we're going to do our best to keep the costs reasonable, but it is expensive when you're caring for everything. We're a village. We're basically operating a village, and strong stewardship of our finances is a big part of what we do.
So the 5th win, the secret to living is giving. We do financially well, but then we give back to each community that we're in to have an impact in that community so we can ripple out the positive energy.
Yeah, that's just part of the DNA of who we are, is the give back. And it's the right way to live your life. And I know the more wealth I gain, the more I can give back to this world.
I always say the most addictive thing in the world that I've experienced is contribution.
Mm-hmm.
And so the type of people we're looking for to align with us is folks who see the long-term vision. Yeah, they want to do well financially, but they understand that, hey, this is bigger than just an ROI or an IRR. This is something we're going to try to have a really positive impact.